want to move it. We want to get it on. We want to move it. We want to touch it all. We want to move it. We want to get it on. We want to move it. We want to touch it all.
Good morning everybody, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Abroad Yorkshire. If you're new, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're told when new content is available. If you've been with us a while, welcome back, you know what we're all about. As you can see, we're in the motorhome. This one might just be of interest to all you motorhomers. We're heading out, we're off to Fiat. The vehicle's 2 years old, or coming up to 2 years old. It's due its first full service. So, I've been to Fiat once before to have the oil topped up because if you've seen in some of the other videos, the oil light came on to say it was empty, but it wasn't. So we took it to Fiat in Worksop and they took it in absolutely fine, no problem. They sorted that out, they turned the light out and happy days, and that didn't cost a thing. So I'm going back to Fiat Professional in Worksop because they were a really good bunch of guys, but this is the first proper service I'm having. So I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to tell you everything that's included. I've got one or two little extras that I'm having done as well. Small stuff like I'm having the key replaced, the fob replaced, sorry, the battery replaced in my fob because it says every 2 years, so it's coming up to 2 years. So rather than let it go dead, you know what I mean, I'm having that done. And I'm having an engine flush for the coolant as well. That's only 20 quid. So I'm having that done as well. It's an optional extra, but I like to keep my motors and vans and cars all in tip-top condition. So happy days. So there are one or two extra items I'm having as well, which I'll tell you about later. And happy days. So I'm going to go get over to Worksop. I'll take you with me and we'll see just how much it costs. Is it a rip-off or not? Come with me. Let's find out. Bang, we're here. Motorhome behind me. I'll spin you around and show you where we are. So just a look, Fiat Professional in Worksop. I'll just show you this. So if you are coming, you sort of pull in down here onto the main road. Don't pull in top entrance because that takes you into Jeep and it's a bit of a ramp down here. And then you can see over there, look, you can see it's service reception. Up the little stairs and it's on the left hand side there. You turn left and you're inside building. So that's where I'm going to go. So motorhome's over there. I'm going to go and get checked in, drop it off, and then I'll come back to you in a second and tell you what's going to get done, and we'll break down on costs and see what it's worth. I mean, is it going to be expensive this time of year? I think it's going to be really expensive, innit? I'm dreading it. So let's get it dropped off. Bang! As you can see, we're back inside motorhome. We're back inside motorhome. Happy days, all done and dusted. It took maybe 4 hours, 5 hours, so I went home and came back. I didn't do any filming because you didn't want to see me static car, did you? So I've just come back. Oh my god. Right, I'll tell you how much it were. A little bit more than I expected, to be honest, but I've got my paperwork here. I'll go through all that, what it were. I'm not going to read it now. I'm going to get back home and sit down with a cup of tea. Got everything that's done. Service book's all stamped up. I've got my receipt. I've got my complimentary oil. Job's a good one. Right, I'm going to get out of this car park. It's parked. Hey up. It's parked and there's a Jeep next to me. It must be a millimetre off me side of my van. So anyway, so I'll see if I can show you. Hang on. Right bit of parking. Right bit of parking. Right bit of parking. So I'm a professional. I'll get out of that. I've had worse. So right, I'm going to head home. I'm going to put a kettle on, have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to run through what's been done, what's been checked, what's been changed, and happy days. Then I'll give you the price at the end, how much it is in 2025 stroke 2026, because we're almost 2026 now, up for a few days. How much it is to get your Fiat Ducato Motorhome fully serviced at the Fiat dealer. Is it worth it? You'll find out in a second. So as you can see, we're back home. It's absolutely freezing out there, absolutely freezing. I'll tell you exactly what's included, how much it cost, and job is a good one. So on top of the normal service, I also had the key fob battery change, because they recommend every 2 years, and also I had the antifreeze and coolant dropped, changed, topped up and renewed as well. So the battery was 14 quid for the remote control, which I know you could probably go and get it done on the high street for a lot cheaper than that, but I wanted it all done and dusted just for peace of mind. And the fluid change was 25 quid. Happy days. So I'm going to go through what's included, what I've had done, and then I'll give you the price at the very end. And I hope you're sitting down. So in the first ever service that you're going to go for, when you take your motorhome in, your Fiat Ducato motorhome, when you take it to Fiat for the first one, which is 2 years, so it's 2 years time, it's not every year, it's every 2 years, or 20,000 miles, something like that, as you do. So when you take it in, this is everything that is done on your first service. So let's have a look. Replacement of the TBM, so that's a telematics box module battery. So inside you've got your telematics box, inside there is a battery. If you look on the Swift Command app, sometimes it pops up the TBM is low and it needs changing as well. They don't do that at your motorhome dealer. That is actually part of Fiat. So that's being changed. They recommend it should last about 5 years, so they change it every 5 years. But they've done that for me on my first one there, so that's good. So my TBM battery's being changed. The air filter cartridge has been changed as well. Check for the eventual recovery of the engine compartment fluids. So they've gone through all the other fluids and checked all those. Emissions and AdBlue area has been topped up as well. Passenger compartment filter replacement, so the air filter for the pollen filter, that's all been changed. They've checked the status of the battery, so they've had a full battery check, make sure that's all right. That's absolutely fine. If it was down, it would have been obviously warranted, it would have been changed. Recharge where possible, it didn't need recharging. So that's good. Check tyre condition all the way around. They sent me a video doing all that, so they do an all round and underneath check. They completely check absolutely everything. Sent a video of that while they're doing it from the technician, so I thought that was good. Check all tyre pressures, adjust them to what they should be. In mine it says 80 psi, so they'll have pumped that right up to 80 psi, so that's all right, because it can be left now for winter, and then when we pull it out in spring, we'll fetch it out and adjust those accordingly to something a little bit more comfortable. Drop it a few psi, so it's not so harsh. We've also checked the operation of the lighting system, so it goes through, they check all the lights, every individual light is plugged in, everything's checked, it's plugged into the computer as well to make sure everything, because they're all LEDs, everything's fine with that. The headlamps, the direction indicators, the hazard warning lights, the luggage compartment and passenger compartment lights, glove box and glove compartment light, the instrument panel warning lights, and the cluster. RP days, that's all been checked. Check operation of windscreen washer systems and adjust jets where necessary. So sometimes your jets get blocked. If you never notice when they go up or down, or sometimes one will hit the screen and one will go flying up in the air. They check all that and they adjust them, which I thought was absolutely brilliant. Check the emissions additive, so level and top up. So again, that's the AdBlue. So they check the level of the AdBlue and the top up where possible. Mine were about 3/4 at way filled, because I filled it up on way back through Spain and France. So it'll have been topped up, so absolutely brilliant. The emissions consumption depends on the vehicle usage and conditions. Check the message on instrument panel, so they go through instrument panel because it's all digital on ours, so they go through all that, just make sure it's all showing, all the levels are correct to showing and everything there, and all the warning lights are all working correctly, so that's good. Check position wear of windscreen wiper blades, so they've checked out wiper blades, make sure they're all right. Obviously it's only done 11,000 miles over the last 2 years, so they're going to be fine. Not had much rain, so they've not had much use. Visually inspect the condition and wear of front disc brakes and operation of wear. So they've looked at all brakes and there and checked all those. Check cleanliness of bonnet and boot locks. That also, going back to brakes, I don't know if it's on here because I've not looked down. When I was releasing the handbrake, I was sometimes getting a little squeal for a few seconds when I first set off driving. I think that's just where it's been stood. But I mentioned that, and they stripped the back brakes down, and they cleaned them and put them all back together and put all that back in as part of service, and I weren't charged for that, so that were good as well. So yeah, they've checked all the front brakes, which are absolutely fine. They've only got 11,000 on there, but the back brakes and the handbrake travel was a little bit up, so they've adjusted all that, cleaned all the back brakes, and that was free and all included. Absolutely brilliant. But I did mention that, so that's good. They've not charged for extra of that. Check cleanliness of bonnet and boot locks, as well as cleanliness and lubrication of all linkages. So all your locks and linkages underneath, they've all been cleaned and re-greased, shall we say. So that's good. Visually inspect condition of exterior bodywork, underbody protection, pipes and hoses, exhaust, fuel system, brakes, rubber elements, boots, sleeves and bushes, etc. That's all been checked, that's all been done as well. Brilliant, brilliant. Carrying on. Check, and if necessary, top up fluid levels, including engine cooling, hydraulics, brakes, windscreen washers, battery, etc. So all those were topped up. Like I said before, the engine cooling fluid, I had all that flushed, so they dropped all that, flushed it all out, put all new engine coolant in. I always do that. It's not necessary, I don't think, for 11,000 miles, should we say, but every service I've ever had on all my vehicles, I always include that, because it's only like 20 quid and it's peace of mind. It's all dropped, you've got an engine flush, so if there are any contaminants in there that you can't see, they're flushed out and then all the fluids are replaced, so it's all brand new in there. So that's really, really good. I always have that done. Check handbrake lever and travel adjuster as required. Like we said, they've done that, they've cleaned all that up, and absolutely brilliant, and what a difference it makes. Check exhaust gas emissions and smoke. That's all done. Check cleanliness of sliding doors. No sliding doors on ours, obviously, because it's a motorhome, just the normal doors. Use a diagnostic socket to check supply, engine management, operation, emissions and versions for markets where provided, engine degradation. So obviously plug it in, just make sure it's not being messed about with, everything is standard, there's been no upgrades, which there hasn't obviously, because it's still under warranty, it's not being chipped or upgraded the brake horsepower and things like that. Making sure the oil degradation is all right before they've dropped it and changed all that. Absolutely brilliant. Change engine oil and replace oil filter. So they've done that, so they've plugged it in, making sure that the degradation is nice and everything's clean inside. They've done all that. Then they've changed the oil filter as well. Then it says replace fuel filter cartridge, so they've changed the fuel filter, so oil filter, fuel filter, that's all been changed. Replace brake fluid. Brake fluid replacement is to be done every 2 years, irrespective of the mileage. So no matter how many mileage you've done, whether you've done 1,000, 10,000 or 100,000, every 2 years you must change the brake fluid, and that's included in this as well. So yeah, the brake fluid replacement has to be done every 2 years. So they've done that. So they've emptied brake fluid out, refilled it and pumped it all through, and yeah, happy days. So filtering element has been changed as well. Second page on here, so we've got the engine oil on there, transmission check, the transmission differential oil has been checked and topped up if necessary, cooling fluid system check and topped up, absolutely fantastic, brake fluid check and topped up, AdBlue checked and topped up. All that is done. So filtering element and air filters have been done as well. So that's that. That's all there. Absolutely bang on. Nice report that's come through. And then I've got my invoice that's been sent through to me as well. So you're all wondering how much it has cost for the first service in 2 years. For all that lot, it came to £480 for everything. So I didn't think that were bad. Now, you might be sat down thinking, wow, that's expensive. But I've bought the engine oil for the Fiat Ducato before, a 2023 Fiat Ducato for my mate. I went to Sheffield to go and buy it from the Fiat Professional Dealer there, and I know it is 90 quid for 5 litres, and these things take about 7 litres, 7 or 8 litres, so it's expensive. The engine oil itself is expensive. Now I've got a rundown on the parts. So for the parts, let's have a look. In total, the parts were £348.68. So that's what the parts cost. The rest was labour. So just over 100 quid labour. I don't think that's bad at all, is it? I know the parts are not cheap, but they're all genuine and happy days. And let me tell you, it's always nice when you get your vehicle back after service. It just seems to drive so much nicer, and it did. I fetched it back up the motorway, up the A1. It's only 30 minutes away, 40 minutes away. But what a difference it makes. It really did make a massive difference. You could tell straight away. Everything just seemed smoother. So yeah, really good. So thank you very much, Fiat Professional. If you're going for your first Fiat Ducato Motorhome service after 2 years, that's what's included. That's roughly what you should be paying. You might get it a little bit cheaper, it might be a little bit more expensive depending on your dealer. But 480 quid for all that lot, I didn't think were bad at all. I really don't. So that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope you've had a little bit of an insight in there. Absolutely brilliant. I've been abroad Yorkshire. Thanks for watching. I'll see you later. Ta-da!
Thank you all for watching this here video. Please like and subscribe.